Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, and Eartha Kitt always knew just when to show their claws. We'll surprise them today with a special guest. Adam West, the original Batman, returns. Across the country, start flocking to theaters for the latest adventures of America's greatest superhero, Batman. He used to be just a comic book hero, but today Batman is a major movie star, and with the release of Batman Returns, we get to see more of the Caped Crusader and some of his old criminal cronies. Perhaps one of the more memorable meanings to do battle with Batman is the curvaceous Catwoman.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
Michelle Pfeiffer plays the felonious feline, but she wasn't the first to claw her way to a cinematic showdown with the Caped Crusader. The original was Julie Newmar, who starred in the first year of the TV series, and then came Lee Merriweather, who scratched her way to stardom as Catwoman II. Eartha Kitt was the last one to lock horns with Batman before the TV series was canceled in 1968. And now, if the new Batman movie does as well as expected, the character of Catwoman may well have more than 9 lives. Okay, Julie Newmar had the perfect figure to play Catwoman, and when she slipped on that skin-tight catsuit, men everywhere began to yell. She was instantly America's favorite feline felon. Please welcome the original Catwoman, Julie Newmar. Oh, my mic dropped. Oh, my mic. Oh, God. Gotta stand up. I have to stand up tall.
Stand up tall, and first I have to say, forgive me, Connie.
Oh. I don't know where I'm going to put my mic. It was quite a leap when Lee Merriweather went from being crowned Miss America 1955 to playing the villainous Catwoman. But that was when her daughters say they finally believed she'd made it as an actress. Please welcome another Catwoman, Lee Merriweather. Sit down. Oh, my gosh. This is fun. So you did sizzle, Julie, as the first Catwoman.
Well, I had something to do with making that costume.
Is that right?
Yes. There are a few secrets inside that costume. It's all in the seams, by the way.
No, I think the secrets
That wasn't
remain.
your question, was it?
No, but But was Catwoman supposed to be sexy to start with?
Was
They
she?
hired.
Was she?
She was a...
Thank you. Sure, Maury. You didn't watch the show?
But when you came along, Lee, had Catwoman changed?
Well, she changed because I played her. I wasn't
were
as
married.
sexy. I wasn't as sexy as Julie. I'll never be as sexy as Julie. But it's true. I mean, well, anyway, enough.
You were on the big screen.
Yes, and I had to fit into her costume.
No, you didn't. They didn't.
How did that happen?
With a lot of sponge rubber, for one thing. You know.
Miss America, no way. You know who owns my costume?
No.
Debbie Reynolds.
Is that right?
Yes.
Really?
She was on
has
the show. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yes.
She was
I
here.
don't think she fits it.
Yes, I don't think so. I think she would even admit that.
It hangs down.
I'm only saying that because she's about
Why did she just buy it because the
She
wardrobe
bought
went?
the collection of MGM costumes, and that was part of it.
You left after 1 year.
I didn't leave. They forgot where I went.
Oh. I was trying to be diplomatic, Julie.
Oh, you're kind.
Did you want to come back for a second year? Were you doing other
I
things?
did 6 shows, 6 hours, and it's an institution. I don't feel like an institution.
Who told? I heard a story. Was it your younger brother who said you had to do Catwoman?
Yes. My brother was visiting me from Harvard, and I lived in New York. L.A., New York, L.A., New York, you know. And it was the weekend, and I got this call, and they said, you want to play in this Batman show? And I said, what? And when he heard that, he leapt off the couch, and he grabbed me by the arm, and he pushed me out the door. He said, go out and do it. And we started filming on Tuesday.
It became such a hit, and not only a hit, but it became camp and cultish, and very important for big Hollywood stars to play cameo roles in the series.
Frank Sinatra tried to buy his way in.
For instance,
I heard that was a true story.
No,
I don't know what character he wanted to play.
probably himself. Could have done it well.
You had to play a character.
Lee, when you came on, it was your kids, right?
Oh, yes.
Who finally said, as we said in the beginning, who said, Mommy, you've now arrived.
Right. Well, they just really didn't think that I was much of an actress if I couldn't be on the Batman series or a movie or whatever, anything to do with Batman. If I hadn't accomplished that, I would not.
That's right. It was usually the stars' children who pushed them into it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I heard that from any number of stars who guested on the show.
So Julie was there for the first series, then you did the movie.
I did the movie.
And there was a third Catwoman, and we'll talk to the fabulous Eartha Kitt when we come back after this. This is the day that Batman returns. Opens in theaters around the country, brings Catwoman back to battle it out with Batman. Julie Newmar and Lee Merriweather brought Catwoman to life back in the 1960s when the TV series was such a big hit. And so did the fabulous Eartha Kitt, who is such a talented performer and who many people say should be playing Catwoman in the new movie. Eartha joins us now by phone from Queensland, Australia, where she's currently singing in her own one-woman show. Nice to have you with us, Eartha.
Thank you.
Good. It's that unmistakable voice of Eartha Kitt. Yeah. You must have loved that, Eartha, huh?
Eartha?
Oh, yes, I had tremendous fun with that part.
Okay. Here's Lee Merriweather. Hold on.
It's just such a treat to even get to meet you across so many miles. I
am only 27 hours away from you, and I'm missing home. I'm going to be there next week.
Oh, God.
And the Batman is going to be opening here, probably Friday as well. Is it going to be opening in America as well there?
Yes, it's opening. Yes, today actually.
Well, I guess it's opening around the world at the same time. It must be.
Eartha, were you surprised when you played Catwoman in the second season? I mean,
No, why should I be surprised? The part was mine anyway. I just think that everybody thinks that I'm a cat anyhow, so I just went in and did my thing. I didn't even have to think about the character. It was me.
we just heard your purr. Lee, let's hear yours.
Mine was a very subtle purr, but what I had to do at one point was something that I'd taken from my childhood, listening to cats making love on the fence in our backyard.
That's not what they do.
But it's...
Now I know.
Live that down.
Now I know what that sound means. Julie, okay. We've heard Eartha, we've heard Lee. Here's the Julie Newmar purr.
Well, you have to take a very deep breath. And I prefer to have your ear right near my nose here.
Oh.
Like this.
Here's something very funny. Eartha,
Yes?
This is quite remarkable. You have never seen yourself play Catwoman?
No, I haven't. Every time it was going to be shown, I either had to go downstairs to do my work, or I've seen other people do the character. As a matter of fact, I saw Julie Newmars here the other day. And I thought maybe one of these days while I'm in the area, they will be showing mine, but they haven't gotten to that segment yet. But now what does Michelle Pfeiffer's meow sound like?
Oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, you wish you could do that,
I'm so
right?
envious of that.
I get the feeling you came out of the cradle with that sound, Eartha. What did you think of Adam West as Batman? Eartha?
Well, he was Batman. I think he was playing the character as the character was written.
Right.
And I had a lot of fun playing with them because they were as the characters were that I read about in the cartoons.
Right. Lee, what did you
So
think
I
of
thought they were good for the character.
He was incredible. He was able to tread that fine line between reality and comedy and farce so beautifully. He's a very underrated actor. He's brilliant. I've seen him on stage. I've seen him in other, films, television. I think he's wonderful.
Julie?
I think you're right. He didn't carry the character into being corny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
But he was that way off stage.
He was?
He was Batman off stage, Joe. He was the perfect Batman. Keaton can't compare. I think Keaton is too diffident for Batman. I think Batman just thought and went right to it,
Yes, and now guess what? Look behind you, Catwoman. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam West. All right. We'll be back after this. I mean, think about it. Adam West does 2 seasons and the movie's got 3 Catwomen. He's got Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, and Eartha Kitt. Yeah, right. What a lucky. So who's the favorite? Come on now. Who's your favorite, Adam?
Maury,
Well, I gotta ask.
it's like walking into the lion's den, partner. It reminds me of an ad I saw once in a Swedish newspaper for a triple massage. Only this was a triple massage of talent, believe me. And
Did they all play it differently?
yes, and as an actor, you play the moments and whatever is offered. And believe me, they offered plenty in the way of...
I offered him cookies and milk. Come on.
That's right. That's right. We did stay late, didn't we, one
Yes,
night?
one
Yes,
night.
cookies and
I was
milk.
just wondering if the Catwomen ever got jealous of each other while they were playing the roles.
But we were never on together or knew about each other at the time.
Did you ever compare how you played it versus how Lee played it or how Eartha
Well, I
played
did it first, so
Okay.
I didn't have a choice.
I did, but
Hi, how do you feel about Michelle Pfeiffer taking over the role?
I think she's the best thing that happened to Hollywood in the last 20 years. I even wrote her a letter and said, "You're great."
I just have a question for Lee Merriweather. How did you make the transition from being Miss America to the movies? Was it a hard transition to make?
no, actually it was taken care of me. I was on the Today Show, and just slowly but surely made the transition.
That was
to,
a great
to film.
transition to make from TV.
Barnaby Jones.
I've got 2 short questions I'd like to ask Adam West. Number 1, I'd like to know, what are you doing presently since you're no longer playing Batman?
Well, I'm just paying the bills, doing the same thing. I'm not playing Batman, of course, but I've done 2 series pilots this year, one for CBS, one for NBC. And I'm doing a picture in Baltimore, which enabled me to be here today. Wouldn't miss this for the world.
But are you working at it?
And I'm working.
Also,
And I go a little gardening.
And by the way, this is an original cowboy, right? I mean, this is a guy who grew up in the Northwest. State of Washington, right, Adam?
Yeah. Yeah,
By the way, I'd like to say that us 3 here are your number 1 fans, and we'd like to know if we can get a hug from you.
All right, go up there. Get up there. Quick. My gosh. That's it. Listen to this, ladies.
I have questions for the Catwoman. How did you get to the bathroom when you were wearing this outfit?
First, let's ask Eartha. Eartha, when you were in the outfit, how did you get to the ladies' room?
We didn't bother to do anything like that.
Exactly. I wanted desperately to have some sort of relief tube because it was next to impossible to...
No, mine had a zipper. What's the matter with your dressmaker?
But it's just, it took forever to get it on and off.
And Robin said, holy kitty litter. Terrible. My backstage jokes again.
You're right.
Maury.
You're right. He is the perfect Batman.
Yes.
I'd like to know if any of you have like a favorite episode or something.
Is there a favorite episode, Julie?
Oh, yes, when I played Miss Klutz. Do you remember that? Well, just the word.